Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.
Jacques Aubrey was finally able to leave his bed after his shotgun injury, and his sister Juan filled him in on all he missed. Together, they plotted to kill all the racist humans, only to discover several of the officers had just acquired goggles of true sight. Harlock and Froderick left Galbraith and passed the now burned-down L'Entre du Renard and entered Erebane to explore, make inquiries, and promote the new town of Rotville. Ortega Ramses reunited with Alec and Cersei and went to the White Castle Market to purchase some new equipment, before sneaking past Pleek and Neville, heading towards Erebane to reunite with their other allies, and running into Viva along the way. In Erebane, they ran into Froderick and Harlock, and Alec led them all to the Velox, after Viva was arrested for smashing merchant booths in the center of town.
And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
Can I try and access Ortega's memory to see if I can remember what her and Froderick's encounter was? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
You introduce yourself.
You can roll a knowledge history.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you access Mirror Banks, and all of a sudden, you put the pieces together. The crystal that you saw in Westport, the body that you have, this guy, as Ramses looks kind of familiar as someone that you met when you were on Reyes. All the pieces start falling together, and you realize that Ortega took the crystal, and that's how Sheba got this power. Because the researcher told you Ortega had the same power you did. You didn't know how she got it, but apparently because you weren't there guarding that crystal, Ramses was supposed to protect that crystal on that island, and Ramses did not protect that crystal.
Froderick tried.
Froderick touched it, and now Vortiga touched it, and this is what we've got. Now you've got a zombie Vortiga and a zombie Froderick. Well, not zombie Vortiga anymore, but...
Alright,
Well, I will introduce myself as... I will start by saying, yes, Froderick, I fully understand what happened and everything. This is not Ortega speaking. This is Ramses.
Roll me a sense motive for Froderick.
Alright.
let's see. I don't know if it even has it. No. Will you roll wisdom on that?
I think so, yeah.
It is... Yeah.
That's going to be a 20, a natural 19.
Alright, so yeah, you get what he's laying down.
Alright.
You sense that he's being honest, that it's not Vortiga, because Vortiga definitely had a different demeanor than this nice paladinly, like, it's this hobgoblin speaking differently, acting way differently than last time that you encountered it. Other than looking the same.
Explain.
Yeah, Cersei's with it, so yeah, that's also a reason for you to, hold back because you trust Cersei to a great degree.
I'm going to tell him to stand down, and these guys want to go talk to some people. Why don't...
Well, let me also mention Alec and Cersei, y'all saw Viva come up in the letter and everything. Viva is a member of, well, do you have anywhere we can talk where we can go over an absolute,
Channel 17, that's where.
well, we got a Velox. Well, yeah, but you remember what I was talking about, in, the other organization that's not the researchers?
Right.
That's who he's with.
Okay. I'm not opposed to that.
That's what was, the letter and everything.
Alright.
So,
Well, he just got arrested, so it's not really an issue, right?
no, I know. But he does not know about Ramses.
Okay.
So he
Got him
thinks
let out.
I'm Ortega. So I would like it to stay that way. So I don't really want to use Ramses' name unless I absolutely have to. So, if we can just go by Ortega, that'd be great.
Alright.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That's my rock guy.
Yeah.
You're my boy.
Alright, so you guys have checked out these flyers, talked to Harlock and Froderick, and gotten the dish on what's going on Reyes now. They say that they got invited to some sort of racist fish fry, and so did you guys. So you're all planning to go on this fish fry, apparently.
Okay. Let's go, I guess, to the Velox first.
Yeah. I go there.
See what they've been up to.
Alright, you guys go visit the Velox. You guys reach the Velox, and Kit greets you. Oh my god. Hi guys. I haven't seen you in a long time, Alec. It's good to see you again. How's things been since the stable?
dragon.
Wow, it looks like Caesar's gotten really big. He was so much
Yeah.
smaller last time I saw him. He's huge.
Yeah,
Could you be more casual about I just saw someone go dragon.
yeah, down a pot. But yeah, how's Juan?
Oh, she's okay. My other brother John, he got shot, but then Jock woke up and he's okay now, and they just left a minute ago, I think, to go somewhere and do something.
We didn't go anywhere.
They're very secret about it.
We didn't go anywhere.
Yes, you did.
We didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't figure out what we were doing.
Yeah, but in their timeline, you just left, 'cause that's where I'm going to pick it up. What'd you guys decide to do? Where did you go?
Did we go to this fish fry?
We went to the we saw the goggles, and now we're like
It's
on our way
happening.
back. Is that what you're saying? Like that's the time frame we're at? Like,
Yeah.
We're not. Okay. So now we're going back into our timelines. We're going back to the.
Cool. Back to the future.
Yeah, okay. Well, I want to ask how the liberation front's moving because I mean, as my god is of liberation and revolution, he'd want to.
They say that that Jacques and Juan are making big plans to act out against the humans. So the revolution is strong. They're making plans right now. If you want to stick around, wait for them to come back. Maybe you guys can plan together.
I pop a squat.
All right, you pop a squat. You guys return. Now there are people now there to help you plan your big attack.
Hey, long time no see.
Hey, grand reunion.
Jail.
Except Beavis in jail. It's like I'm in jail. Oh, come on, guys. It's Black History Month. You gotta get that guy out of jail.
I get shot. Yeah.
we know each other.
Yeah.
We work
Okay.
together.
I'm glad you recovered from the jail.
Yeah, I want to tell them everything that happened with their people.
Yeah, Frodrick will introduce Harlock, and we'll mention what's happened on Reyes as well.
Yes. I vow to help you guys. Like, you guys help me out. Like, except for that one asshole that just got out of jail. But yeah, I'm there. I'm here for you.
Yeah, cool.
It's very exciting to hear.
And then you help us.
I'm gonna be like, oh, by the way, in case that I ran into people that I like to talk to a lot, I happened to pick up these bracers. What were they called again?
They were
Bracers
called-
of communication or
Yeah.
light communication.
Light bracers, yeah, bracers of light communication.
That's what I said.
Might as well get Juan's too. Unless she goes. Wait, is she there?
Juan's there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're set.
All right, so I'll give each one of you one of those. I'll be like, they did cost me 560 gold, so if you happen to have that laying around, I'll take it.
What do they do?
Oh, we can talk to each other as long as we are in the light.
Oh,
And it's a armband that has 20 channels, so you can select one of those 20 channels, and as long as you're both in an area that's lit by light, magical or otherwise, as long as there's light present, you can communicate with someone that's also on the same channel.
And I'll mention that currently,
No, we'll make a new one.
yeah. On channel 17, I'm with Alec and Bortiga.
Yeah, so it's 18 is our.
Okay.
Why? Why not? Let's keep everyone
Well,
on
we
one
have
big
a
one.
group channel, but we can have our own. We can have lots of different channels.
A private channel. Channel 1.
Yeah, alright.
Channel 1's for lovers only.
Secret.
All right, so here, I'll roll a d20 to see what channel we're on. Okay. We're channel 11.
So you hand out your
Okay,
cool
I'm
spy
gonna
gear.
give- I'm gonna
So
pay for
11
mine.
is.
Alright,
Alec.
Juwan says she's gonna pay for hers.
yeah, I'll pay for mine too.
All right, so I get back.
Times 2!
Take something out of there. I don't know what it is yet. Gotta investigate.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Okay, so I gave away 2, so I still have 2. I have 1 extra.
Which hopefully we can get to either Tom or Chimin if we need him.
All right.
Cool.
So channel 11's all of us.
Maybe
Yep.
Joey.
This is all the assembled party thus far.
I have to stay out of prison.
We kill all the humans.
Classic, we need a fender over here.
Yeah.
What's the range?
Let's say it. Once you're in there
anywhere.
once, man, you know?
We can speak to each other anywhere as long as we're in the light.
As long as both parties are in the light, you're fine. The signal is stronger, like the brighter the light, the stronger the signal is, basically. So if you're in
Travels
a,
by light weight.
yeah. So if you're in a dim area, the signal will be weak.
Excellent.
If you're in a dark area, there will be no signal. So at night, they're pretty much useless unless it's like a bright night. Or unless you cast a magic, unless you cast light nearby or something to power it.
Alright, I dig it.
Well, I guess can we just like tell them everything that we've been planning on doing?
Yeah, you can tell them all of your plans that you've already got, and they can help you come up with more plans or whatever.
Probably gonna be like, yeah, I got invited to that party. Sounded pretty cool.
You guys will notice the flyers in their back pockets now that say Kitsune Free Reyes. And a couple people in the Velox get offended and pull out knives. And say you guys got invited to a racist meeting and you have these flyers that say Kitsune Free Island. So now they are very angry at Harlock and Frederick.
Alright, well, then Cersei's gonna roll a diplomacy check and be like, step down, guys, this is my hometown, this place has been ravaged, it's been decimated, now they're just trying to make the best of they can with it. And step the fuck up.
But what's up with the damn Kitsune Free flyers though, dog? That's not cool, man. Kitsune Free? That's some racist shit, man. It's Black History Month. You can't do that shit.
Alright, well, I got a 35 on diplomacy, and I'm telling them, I'm like, guys, this is their country, they're just trying to play towards the general market that happens to be going on around here right now.
So they say Kitsune are actually allowed there then. That's just like a marketing thing.
Look on the bright side, these racists,
Alright,
they're leaving Europe.
roll me a percentage chance.
Pretty Kitsune flyers tomorrow.
There are going to be some
percentage
Kitsune
chance.
that are going to move there out of spite.
29.
Alright, so we'll say 29 Kitsune will agree to move there out of spite. Just in case some of those assholes show up, there's going to be a Kitsune there just to be a fuck you to those racists.
Just share the same mode over there. Ooh, awkward.
Yeah, that would be weird. Let's, I don't know, maybe Frederick or Cersei would give them a heads up on where they might want to settle. So there's not too much conflict with what's going on
Go
in
for
the
it.
city. Yeah, he's one of the city leaders. Frederick wants to keep peace.
Yeah.
Tell him to maybe check out the northern harbor that used to be for the gnomes.
Okay, so you're gonna offer them their own private settlement.
Yeah, sure.
Like don't come to Rotville. Yeah, you can move to my island, but don't move to my city. We have this whole separate city just for Kitsune. It's only got a dock and none of the other amenities of the other city. It's a much smaller. It's kind of a tent city. That's where the Kitsune are allowed to live. I get it.
They can come into town.
Oh, they're allowed to visit town. That's very kind of you to allow the Kitsune to visit town. You're just making this. You're just pissing off this Kitsune dude, man. You're digging yourself a bigger hole.
This is where it starts, man.
Oh, we can visit, huh? We're allowed to. On weekends, we're allowed to come into your town and buy your goods, huh?
He's slowly sidestepping away from Frederick this whole time.
Yeah. Harlock separates himself. Zombies aren't very charismatic, so Frederick can't help himself, you know? He's just telling it like it is. He's trying.
Cersei will step forward and be like, I'm one of the people that helped try to rebuild what was once Normantown and now is Rodville. And, for the greater good, I would think anyone would be allowed there. This is just a way for us to bring people in.
It's a marketing ploy. Yeah, roll me a diplomacy check. You'll probably calm him down because you got super high diplomacy.
That's gonna be 32.
Alright, so Cersei's able to calm him down and be like, these guys are okay, it's just a marketing ploy. They don't really want out, they'll probably let you live in town, maybe.
There's plenty of room.
Let's try to live there and see what happens. There's still gonna be 29 that are gonna try to live in town and see what happens. So 29 people are considered gonna try to live within the walls of Rotville.
There's a bunch of sectors in Rodville. We can tell them where they might have the easiest time with that.
There we go. Section off the city. Here we go. Section off the city. You guys can have the east side. And that's how D&D gentrification.
The Spaceman Mansion or the Decomp Inn.
We definitely don't want them near my house. Is that what you're saying? Definitely don't want them near my house. This is the worst Black History Month D&D podcast ever.
I am not going to repost this to myself.
Yeah. I just feel awful.
Okay.
Turns out, deep down, everyone's just racist.
While they're talking about that, can I say to Juan that we can probably use those guys to help us?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can say whatever you want
mean,
to Juwan.
We don't know Frederick though, so we don't know if we can trust him.
You guys know Froderick?
I know Frederick.
Come on,
I met
he's
Froderick
following
before,
around all
and
the
Reyes.
time on Reyes.
That was Cersei's father on Reyes.
He's my personal
That was the
bodyguard.
one guy that Cersei left behind to watch the tower.
But we do know him though. Like trust him.
Your acquaintances, you hung out with him. I mean, he apparently came all this way to find Cersei. They were looking for Cersei. He'll say that, I'm sure. So he seems even if you don't trust him, he does seem dedicated to Cersei on some strange level. It seems like he's very
Have you guys
dedicated to
told
following
us your
Cersei.
plan?
Alright, well, can we just... I mean, I do want to share the plan, but maybe can we only talk to... can we talk to, like, not Frederick? 'Cause if
You
we want-
can, but like I said, Cersei controls Frederick. You would know that Cersei has power over Frederick. So
Yeah.
Frederick wouldn't do anything that would upset Cersei. But you can if you're that paranoid, you can make Frederick sit out this talk, as long as it's okay with Frederick. Really.
There's only one chance to get this right.
Okay,
So-
you tell Frederick to wait outside or something.
No, because then that's being mean and exclusionary. Whatever. Let's just tell everyone.
Okay. Racist towards zombie people now.
I said no. I'm not.
All right. So what do you say? What are you telling everybody? What are you telling everybody?
I mean, they already know about the fish fry, so tell them that about the goggles and that they've killed all the Kitsune that were in jail. There's not that many of us left, and tell them about our plan, that we were like hatching a plan.
Okay.
But you haven't fully hatched it yet. You have a half-hatched plan.
Cersei or Froderick would probably say, fill them in a little bit about the qualities of undead and how it can be very helpful in resisting poisons and other, detrimental effects. So Froderick could be useful in that capacity.
Are you choosing your
totally.
suicide bomb here? Is this your pox
No.
blanket?
Oh, gee.
He could totally just Princess Bride it, though.
Yeah, he would be immune to whatever we put in there. So.
Because he could just
Yeah,
eat
but he's built up. He's got an immunity to iocane powder. Iocane, thank you.
That way,
He's
neither
developed
of
it
us-
over a period of time.
And he's a human, yeah.
They would just see us coming and they're hunting us down in the city to
Yeah.
do something. But,
Oh, you tell us about the goggles.
yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I could say that if I were to go along as perhaps Froderick's date to this, I have a pretty good. Wait, do I have sleight of hand? I think I picked up sleight of hand.
Also, I'm known by the racist rally. They threw me a party when I got out of jail. They know that I was a human. I'm quoting right now. You can't see it. They got turned into this big rock monster. So I could go there and be like, "Hey, racist friends."
You're a local celebrity in the racist crowd. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
the thing is, wait. The thing is, whoever goes to this has to eat the food that's there. Otherwise, it looks suspicious. And if you eat the food, then you're going to get poisoned because we're going to poison the oil that the fish is fried in.
And that's why Froderick would be excellent in that capacity.
I'm vegetarian.
Frederick and no one else, though, because anyone else...
Yeah, Cersei might have a hard time not drinking it, but she's got protection against some kind of disease or something.
Oh, chill out, Brian.
I'm just saying this party's happening tonight and you have this long to plan. You guys have had so long to plan. I'm giving you this
Well,
much
that's
time to
not
figure
fair.
something out.
If you need to be safe
Or the fish
from
fry's just gonna
disease,
start. What's
Or
that?
pathogen or poison.
Poison.
Poison only?
What are we using?
We have these 3 filth fever, or maybe we thought we were actually. It's crazy that you're here. We were just talking about you. That maybe you could figure out some poison or something.
I'd need ingredients, and we don't have time for that unless we want to take the time to gather ingredients.
I got
I
survival.
have poison. I have poison.
You have poison
Yeah.
already? What kind of poison?
No, it's a spell. I can just poison something.
Oh.
But you have to be there to do that. and you're not going to be there.
And then I also have neutralized poison in case anyone, in case there's anyone we need to save. So we just need to poison a thing.
Fish fry begins.
You guys are going to add it to oil.
Why doesn't someone just...
The fish fry has begun.
Alright.
It's like, you poison some food, and then someone go in disguise as a waiter. That's not us, because we can't get in there. There's no way. We'll get killed.
No. Broderick and Cersei go on a date as a couple, take a little thing with them, and then just clandestine tip it into the thing, like the barrel of whatever that all the fish is getting fried in.
Okay, let's do it.
Alright.
And I mean, anyone that has
I love you for this.
purified food and drink, you
My
can
lady, thank
use
you.
that on your individual portion.
Alright, well then I suppose I'll just get one of my vials of blood, unless you poison my vial of blood, and I'll dump that into
Poison.
the punch when we get there. Or to the
Okay,
oil.
go. Brian's making the party be over.
Broderick and I are on the way, heading there now.
Okay, there you go, Brian. Stop the timer. They're
All right, so
there.
hey there now. The party is almost over.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. There's about an hour left of the party. That's all.
Brian, don't be unreasonable. Stop.
I'm not. It's D&D. I was very reasonable. I gave you a long time to plan. I'm being very reasonable. I gave you 2 minutes to come up with a plan. You had earlier, besides that 2 minutes, I was very lenient. There's an hour left of party. Go do what you're doing.
Alright. Well, then I suppose Broderick and I will walk in and look for the bowl of punch or some sort of cask of ale.
All right, roll me a perception check.
Alright. I'm going to roll first with Broderick. He got a 23, and Cersei with a 11.
All right, Frederick sees the punch bowl and directs Cersei that way, I'm sure.
Alright, well, Cersei's gonna sleight of hand. Yeah, he's gonna stand, in front of me, and I'm gonna. I've actually got something that would be. I don't want to use that here. I'm gonna.
Fire.
Well, yeah, it would only work in combat. I'm gonna roll for a sleight of hand to drop the poison into the punch.
All right, I'll roll a perception to beat
It's gonna
that.
be while I'm pouring, while Broderick is pouring us 2 cups, so he's kind of covering us.
Okay.
He's pouring us out 2, and then I pour in the poison.
All right, roll your sleight of hand, and I'll roll a perception to notice it.
Alright. Sleight of hand is going to be a 25. I'll surge it if you want me to.
I only got an 18, so you don't think anyone noticed you. You can surge it if you want, but you don't think anyone noticed you.
Alright, well, I'll tell Broderick to pass out some of his pamphlets and flyers. And,
All right, he passes out some Kitsune free Reyes flyers, which people seem very interested in. They can't wait to go to this. They can't wait to this brand new town that finally has no Kitsune. Get out of this slum town that has Kitsune.
And we'll propose a toast to, a new place and a new time of freedom from the Kitsune scourge.
All right, roll me a bluff. Roll me a bluff check on that toast.
I want to roll diplomacy. It's nothing.
Do you really want to be free of the Kitsune scourge? Is that how you really feel?
No, it's not really how.
Then it's a bluff, dude. It's a bluff.
Yeah. Alright, whatever. It's only gonna be a 14, but I'll surge.
Probably wise.
17, I'll surge again. That's 18.
So that's enough. That's still enough for a toast.
Okay.
The 17 was fine too, but you've already used the point now, so don't try to get it back.
Yeah.
So they seem to get into your toast. They cheers. Death to Kitsune, terrorist, witches, or whatever. And what kind of poison did you hide in the punch?
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Brian. Give
That's
it
a
up.
joke. That was a kidding one.
Okay. It's a venomous power of a natural predator, so like any poison that exists
Okay.
in nature.
Okay.
Which one should we use?
What about that bug one that I used on those guys and it's your stomach? It's like a venom of sorts. It eats you from the inside. What was the name of that?
I don't know.
I can't remember it.
That bitch.
There's a lot of them, so I don't know which one you're talking about.
If I had more time to think, I would have cast like Bestow Curse on the punch. So it's punch curse or curse punch.
Punch.
Yeah, punch curse.
Alright, well, I mean, what's a paralyzing one?
No, you want
Spiders and Lost, Brian, whenever they bit. Hollow Lies, that one.
You want to kill him though, right?
Yeah,
Kill him.
Oh,
Kill him.
Tears of Death will paralyze him for a minute.
well,
Tears of Death, that's only 1 minute of paralysis though, 1d6 con damage.
Well, there's two of us. We can walk around and take them out.
That's a contact poison though, so it wouldn't work in this punch.
Brian, it's
Oh, that's magic.
Natural predator, so it's gonna be like,
An animal.
yeah, gonna be like a brown recluse or something. So
That's
that's
what I'm saying. Use the bug. Bug I did that one time. I gave them from the inside out. Or like,
yeah.
Do you remember what that bug is called? Because you have to know what that bug is called to do this.
Well, I know what a brown recluse is, and it does kind of the same thing. So how about that?
A whole out like this.
We made it from the poison from those mosquito-like creatures that, when they stung you, they would cause you to boil out. And we picked up some of the goo from a few of them that we killed.
Look, it would be helpful if you guys knew the name of this bug, so I can actually look up the effects of this poison, but since this is an imaginary game, I'll just say whatever. You guys use this imaginary poison that does what now? What are we imagining this stuff does?
Remember when he snuck into the mansion and slips the poison into all the food?
Yeah,
and
I
all the
remember that.
garbage?
I'm just asking Liz what this poison... She's the one making this poison. I'm asking Liz what this poison does. She's magicking up. What kind of poison are you magicking up?
Well, it's the kind that's sort of like if you drink Drano, it just like dissolves your insides.
Alright, so you're looking for an inside-eating poison. Got it. Roll me a percentage chance for how many people in the party are affected by this inside-eating poison.
What?
That's gonna be
Percentage
me rolling that.
chance for how many people are affected by this poison.
I'll
This
roll
party.
it. It's up there, right? Or maybe she should roll this is her
Yeah,
poison.
who rolls it?
I don't
Me or
care.
him?
As long as someone rolls it, doesn't matter
Yeah,
to me.
roll it, Liz. It's your poison.
Anyone can roll it.
83.
Very effective poison.
Drano
So you,
poison.
83% of the people at the party pass out on the floor, writhing in pain, grabbing their stomachs. The Kitsunes poisoned us. That's what they did. The terrorist Kitsunes poisoned our party. Oh, I'm sick from eating the punch. They don't know how, but they're sick and they blame the Kitsunes. They blame you anyway. They blame you no matter what. Get used to it.
God! Cersei's gonna be like, that's fucking bananas!
What have you made?
You and like 17% of the people are like, yeah, I agree. Look at all those crazy guys on the
How
floor.
many people are we talking? Can we roll some, Project and I roll some perception on this?
Yeah, roll me a d20 times 100.
Holy shit, are you kidding me?
No, this is the judge's house. This is a big party.
So that's 800?
800 people, yeah. So, whatever
Shit.
84% of that is, you just killed that many people.
What? There's not that many people in Arabane.
Yeah, there are. I can tell you. Want me to tell you how many people are there in Arabane? I'll look it up really quick. Arabane has a population of 10,000 people
664 are dead.
of
Or
the
down.
10,000. So now it's less than 10,000. Now it's like 9,400 and something.
Well, I know.
You guys committed mass murder. Congratulations.
We're gonna.
But some of the racists are still alive,
Yeah, it's like, wow, thanks for the.
and their wives and children.
This was weird,
How
guys.
many of the high-ranking officers were there?
Not that many. The judge was there, and you probably got him. And you got some other people. The guards were not there. A lot of people that are racist and members of the guard are out hunting for Kitsune right now, so they were not at the meeting.
Can I do a perception check to see if any of them
It's a lot of
goggles
dads. It's a lot of dads who hate Kitsunes
What dads?
mostly.
Tim,
Any dragons there, Ben? Ronnie or Donnie's?
Ronnie's not racist.
What about Tim?
Donnie, just an
Tim
asshole.
wasn't there.
Can I roll a perception to look for the goggles that they told me about?
Yeah, see if anyone there is wearing them. Roll a perception check.
Nope, 9.
Yeah, you didn't see anyone there wearing
Oh,
the goggles. But you can
I'll
also
roll one
assume
for
that they.
perfect.
You can also assume that they wouldn't think that someone there. I mean, they wouldn't think there would be a reason to wear the goggles at a racist meeting.
Okay.
That's the last place they would look for Kitsune. Was at a meeting that is for people that hate Kitsune. So you could assume most of those
Alright.
guards are out in town looking for Kitsune.
Alright, well, I guess Froderick and I are gonna make our way out of the party and be like, guys, this is freaking nuts, we're out. See you later. But check out Reyes. Peace.
All right, yeah. You hand out some flyers. You killed a bunch of dads. You leave.
Racist dads.
Racist dads. They were racist dads. You got a
They're
point.
not innocent.
No, I agree.
We'll
But
go back and-
but no one's innocent. You just committed mass murder. So don't pull that they're not innocent card. No one's
I never
innocent.
said I was.
All right, well there you go. No one is. All right, you guys head back to the Velox, I assume.
Yeah, we head back to Velox.
All right.
Tell them what happened.
You tell everyone what happened. They all know what happened. A bunch of people died. You guys are excited. A bunch of humans
There's
died.
still some left, though, guys. If you guys want to do something else here, we need to get Viva out of prison. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Let's just go pay. Let's go bail
Hero
out.
point for Ramses for wanting to get Viva out of prison.
Hey!
Way to give a shit about another character. That's very heroic of you.
Big mass
Yeah,
It's like, well, we just killed a bunch of people. We should probably also get this guy out of prison.
You get an anti-hero point for killing all these people.
Figure out what to do about prison. We just go pay his
It was a combination of all three of you, though, so it's hard for me to split it up. How about I give an anti-hero point to all three of you that you can only use all three together? In conjunction.
Okay.
A shared anti-hero point between Jacques, Jean, and Cersei.
The third is a
So you can only use it in a situation where all three of you are together.
This is the Triforce anti-hero.
Triforce anti-hero point, yes.
Liz, maybe we should gather everyone and get out of town
Well, we gotta get it.
for a while. And tell them to meet us somewhere, because if they're hunting us, like, Cersei just told
You
us
want
that,
to try and convince the rest of the Kitsune to leave town? You can.
Yeah, are we just gonna abandon all the Kitsune?
I mean, you can. I think he is saying you should try to convince them to leave with you.
If we do that, they're just gonna go to Landra though, and they're gonna burn down Landra a second time.
You can convince them all to go to Reyes.
Not mine. Tell them to come too.
You can roll diplomacy to convince the rest of them to go to Reyes.
I still want
You can relocate all the Kitsune that are here, relocate them to a new island home. Their old forest is burnt down. This city is about full of racists. You can give them a whole new island.
I know,
It's
but
less
it's not
racist now. We
There's
can
less
probably take out
racist.
the last 100 and something of them.
That's just the racist dads. There's still racist kids and moms at home.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cycle that repeats.
Yeah.
As long as there are racist parents, there's racist kids.
All right, well,
we show them people this letter about finding a lady that can get us into Catone. Be like, what do you guys have any idea about who this person would be?
Juan would say, I've been to Catone.
Hey, lady. All right.
That's the lady you're looking for. Juan knows how to get into Catone.
Do you guys feel confident or, like, happy with the amount of damage we've done to this town, or is there more you guys want to do?
I know there's a Ronnie Dragonslayer's HQ. I mean, we could probably take that out on the way out. Let's throw an idea out there.
I'm just worried about.
You guys want to
all
like
the,
loot a store and do a jailbreak and then dip? You guys are such criminals. I like how you guys are the heroes of this universe, and you guys are like, let's loot a store, do a jailbreak, get the fuck out of town after committing mass murder. You guys are the worst heroes ever.
I'm gonna get Viva out.
We
are the villain.
You can just pay his bail at the courthouse, but I would not send a Kitsune to do it, of course.
Let's lock up there. I'll lock up. I'm human.
I'm going to hang out. I guess I don't think I
Harlock agrees to go to the jail and look into Viva's case for Ramses / Fortiga. You go up to the courthouse. They say that Viva's already been sentenced for death. But that's like here in town they love it's a thing for the crowds to watch. They don't have a lot of entertainment, so like the executions are something that's fun for the people. It's entertainment, light entertainment. But you seem like a wealthy guy, and so you could probably bribe him out of this execution. Roll me a percentage. Roll me percentage dice. Multiply that by 1,000. That's how much money they want for a bribe. Roll low. Roll low.
This is gonna be real bad. I don't know you that well, buddy. I don't know how much you heard. I'm like, that guy called me an asshole earlier.
Jesus Christ!
I don't like him that much.
How much was it? I'm curious. 88,000. Yeah, so they want a really big money for this guy, apparently. He smashed up a lot of property, pissed off a lot of merchants.
I know. Smash something made out of fucking like
angel balls or something.
I think you did smash. It's now canon that he smashed the Angel Balls kiosk. And Angel Balls are very hard to replace. He destroyed 8 Angel Balls, and this is the money to replace, because they're 11,000 gold each. So this is the money to replace all of those Angel Balls.
How do I have expensive taste?
Yeah, that sword, man. That sword is one to smash them. Expensive shit. Angel Balls, by the way, are what they call these very fancy glass balls they make in their glassworks that have angels inside of them. They're a collector's item.
I'm gonna tell this judge or whatever. I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, I don't carry that kind of cash on me. But I don't know if you. Seems like there's been a lot of kitsune attacks around here.
They say if you have the information leading to any kitsune, they can help you out, especially if you have information leading to Shadow Fox. There's a reward for him. So if you're going to have information leading to Shadow Fox or any other kitsune, they are willing to drop this price down.
I don't know. I haven't heard of or seen any kitsunes. I've got this pamphlet here.
Bluff check. Bluff check.
Yeah, that's a bluff check.
Why'd you even bring that up?
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Why would you bring that up?
Well, good day, sir. 88,000. You'll fuck right up. Sorry. Sorry, Viva.
That's 18.
All right, that's good enough that they don't suspect anything. Good bluff.
All right.
Would that be
Alright, and yeah, I want to slide one of the pamphlets towards him. This, like I said, I help run this city of Rockville. It's a kitsune-free town, so if you're feeling unsafe here from all these kitsune attacks, I'd like to offer you a nice house in the city.
All right, so that's a house is a pretty good bribe. So I'll tell you what, roll me a diplomacy check with that, and if it's successful, he'll accept a house and in trade for letting this guy out of prison. But you'll get one more racist in your town, though. Hope you guys are keeping track of the amount of racists moving to town.
19 on my diplomacy.
All right, so add one more racist to the number of racists moving to town.
Got it.
So now you got a bunch of so now you have a bunch of kitsune and a bunch of racists moving to Reyes. So
Great.
you guys are creating conflict all over the world, and I love it.
This town is just having a bad time.
Alright, so...
But you are able to get Viva out of jail. That's enough to free Viva. They'll execute someone else in Viva's place. The crowd will watch anybody get killed. They don't care.
You shut your fucking mouth, Viva.
I own you
drag
now.
him back to wherever the fuck. Alright, now we can go smashy gravity.
Yeah, Earthos got to be pretty happy with me. Just took out a lot of people. Or helped take out a lot of people.
You reaped. You did some reaping.
Yeah.
When I see Viva, I'll be like, "What's up, Viva? I thought I said go to scout, not smash."
It's true.
When you get back to...
Viva doesn't know why she smashes things. She can't help it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, shit's about to happen to you.
Yeah. So now you feel like that Harlock Spachiman feels like he bought you out of prison because he had to give up a whole house to get you. So now you feel like Harlock Spachiman feels like you're his slave now. Happy Black History Month. You owe Harlock Spachiman 88,000 gold at this point. I like how Joey starts out every game in debt.
Yeah.
Every game. Sorry, dog. Sorry, dog.
Well, what else we want to do here? I got a couple myth points here I can drop. I can go into Purple Worm form and just drug some shit up.
Oh, let's go to the woods. Let's go to my woods
Can I
and
ride
take
you?
out Sky Dragon Seeds.
I think that would be cool if we all just turned into the giant purple worm and killed everyone.
Yeah. I want to ride him. I want to ride him and shoot arrows. I don't know.
I would probably do more of a underground tunneling thing, like underneath.
Yeah, it caused like a sinkhole.
Take out the rest of the racist dads that were there. So that's what I'd want to do.
Maybe even the courthouse. Take out the courthouse.
Do what?
Maybe take out the courthouse too.
Yeah, I've got 2 more mythic points, so I'll have 20 minutes of Purple Worm.
You want to do 40 minutes of Purple Worm destruction? Or 20 minutes? How much total you have? I don't know what the total was. That was total left.
20 minutes.
You want to do 20 minutes of Purple Worm destruction to the city?
And I will cast.
The rest of you want to like
a
flee out of town while this is happening, of course.
No, I'm going to cast a mythic version of Obscuring Mist, which is a 500-foot square of mist, thick fog, so they can't see where the fuck they're going.
So you're gonna cast that like in the center of town, I assume.
Yes.
All right, in the center of town, and then the worm just goes crazy in the center of town, fucking up Dragon Slayer outlets and tourism places and the bar. You guys just fuck up. Let's say you just fuck up the center of town, I guess, right? Is that okay?
Shut up. What I'm talking about.
All right. You smash the center of town. Viva enjoys watching this and like claps and looks really excited watching all this stuff get smashed. The sword also seems to enjoy it. The sword seems to laugh in your head. Do you hear the sword laughing also? Things getting smashed. Everyone's really happy.
Alright, I'm gonna burrow my way outside of town and meet everyone
Yeah, I guess I'll run
outside the walls.
Does everybody else leave the town of Erebane as well?
Yeah, we wanted to bring the rest of the Kitsune with us, and explaining that it's not safe here.
Roll me a diplomacy check to convince the rest of the Kitsune to come with you.
Do you guys want to loot Johnny Dragon Slayer real quick? I mean,
Yeah.
Can we loot?
Let's loot it up.
Can we do some looting?
If you, that's the center of town, so even though the worm did stuff there are still guards in the center of town. So if you go in the center of town, you are risking still running into guards, but you're more than welcome to.
You can follow the worm tunnel and try to see if anything drops through.
I got 26
What was that for? I'm sorry, everyone's talking and I got distracted.
to get the rest of the Kitsune to come with us because it's not safe.
Alright, we'll say you were able to convince the rest of the Kitsune families to leave the town of Erebane. So that's, what, 50 total? So yeah, ish. Plus wives and children. So we'll say like 80 total, including the ones you got earlier, that are going to now leave and follow you wherever you go.
Or I can give them a pamphlet and just cross out free and put welcome above it. And
No, leave it saying free, but explain that means that they're rent-free for a month. First rent, Kitsune free means the first month of rent is free for Kitsunes.
Yeah, we didn't edit this real
Yeah, it's a horrible editing job. I blame the printers in town who's a real racist asshole. Let's blame the racist printer.
So we want to go to the island.
What's that?
Start like a settlement. We're going to the island and starting a settlement for the Kitsune. Is that what we're gonna do?
You tell me. You guys are leaving Erebane right now. You can head whichever direction you like.
Just gotta get town.
Yeah.
I mean, send them off. Send them on the boat.
We can send,
You can just tell them to go.
if Will doesn't... I
I'm going to send a note with Frederick's signature for the two boats that are in Galbraith. I mean, right now the boats are going to be too full to accommodate all of you guys anyway. To accommodate all these Kitsune, you guys aren't going to be able to travel back. You're going to pretty much be stuck here until the boats return a second time. Unless you make them hire their own boat. Liz.
So we can't leave this small amount of Kitsune at Lantra. We have to send somebody to go.
If you guys, they're going to pass through that way if they're going to go to Galbraith and get in your ships. You could send the Kitsune leaving Erebane to go gather those ones if you like.
Okay.
And they know how to get there. They're from there, so I'll allow that. We'll just say that whatever 5 or 12, however many there were there, I think it was a small number. They can also go to Reyes if you like.
Can they make a bunch of like booby traps?
No, they don't have time for that. They can either just leave or stay. Those are the two things they can do.
All right, fine, they'll leave.
Okay, they leave. They follow the other Kitsune towards Galbraith.
I'm going to mention to Cersei that Osk is in Southport with that large book.
Fuck Southport. Cersei doesn't like that place.
So we do need to go get Osk and Codex.
Oh, Cersei's very excited about the Codex.
Yeah, that's the large book. But
And you would tell them that it's like underneath. It's in the sanctuary underneath Southport, so you don't have to even go into town.
Yeah, it's where
It's hidden.
the culmination of everything we need to do is really there, but we don't need to go there until Tom's here.
Yeah.
Morgan will be there, and I've got Morgan's character sheet metagaming, so anyone can use Morgan, and Morgan already read the Codex. Didn't you try to read it once?
I mean, it's real awesome.
Yeah, so Morgan already read it, so once you read it, you can read it whenever you want after it, but Morgan's already a little crazy from it and wants to constantly read more.
Yeah, and Oscar reading it right now.
Yeah, they're studying it. I really don't want to go there yet. I still have my deity's mission to bring.
You need to go to Catone?
I need to go to every town on this island and just kind of, spread the word of Murgatroyd. Maybe kill a bunch of people like that. That was fun.
I'm down. Yeah.
How do we get into Catone?
Liz knows how.
Liz knows.
How did you get into Catone, Liz?
Swam.
Oh.
Is there any other way?
Yeah.
Take a boat.
So it's only accessible by water.
We went to the gate, and they wouldn't even let us in
Yeah.
without express permission to be there.
So, yeah, did you have permission to be there?
So you just swam up there, hopped around, and no one asked you any questions? That's pretty sweet. That would work for us. We're a big group.
Are there any merchant ships or traveling ships that are heading down to Catone from, what island are we on, Darwin?
We're on
You're in
East
East London,
Oh,
And we're in Erebane right now.
Okay, yeah, so can we go from Erebane? Is there any ship travel between Erebane and none?
There is no ship travel between the two cities now.
It's really close, though.
There are, which is why there's no ship travel between the two of them.
Because you can just walk in.
So, okay.
Before we get too far ahead, I want to
Erebane's a commercial town, Catone's a naval town. They have no reason to have ships go from one to the other.
Alright, so we're studying the maps. What's that next town over to the right? On the eastern side of... It's not above
There's
Galbraith.
Galbraith. Beneath Galbraith? I'll pull up my map, hold on a second.
This is Galbraith?
Let's see, there's Galbraith. Only cities on the north are Erebane, Galbraith, and Catone. And then there's East Linya, the Castle of White Castle, then east of that is Zardoza.
Well, the LR is Lantra.
Yeah, that's pretty much gone now, though.
Yeah, which is not a thing anymore.
Only one labeled.
If I summon dolphins, could we ride the dolphins to the docks and get in? Just a horde of dolphins floating us in.
I don't see a reason to go to Catone right now. We wouldn't be there
You
lawfully.
can't get in from the docks.
What?
You can't get in from the docks.
Yeah. They wouldn't even let us in the front gate. They're not going to let us off the docks. So let's just go to Galbraith. I've already been there. That's the college town. I don't know the names of any of the other cities besides Kiswahili.
What about this one?
Yeah, I don't know the name of that place.
We can still go.
Yeah, I can still go there.
Let's head south.
Alright. South and to the east to Mystery Town.
Show me which one you guys are going to. You guys are going southeast?
Galbraith.
You're going southeast from Galbraith? So you're going to Zardoza. This town, that's Zardoza. If you want to roll a knowledge local, I'll tell you more about it, but you guys will have heard the name Zardoza before.
Zardoza. I don't have knowledge local.
I got knowledge geography.
I'll roll knowledge, local. I got a 13.
Alright, you guys haven't heard a whole lot about Zardoza. You do know that it's rumor has it's an elven, small compound, not even really a city, but like a compound where an elven musical tinkerer lives. And people travel from all over the world to get his instruments. And there are also like disciples that study under him and learn how to make instruments under him. So it's more of a small musical compound. They say outside of the compound is a small tent city where travelers come and stay in the tent city and visit the compound. The only name you guys have heard about from this area is the name Zik Vinder.
What is it?
Zik Vinder is the only name that people seem to mention from this area. Zik Vinder is the name, from what you are able to understand, of the master instrument craftsman. The Zik Vinder instruments are known around the world.
Well, do we want to just work our way around this island?
I want to check it out. At least.
That's the beginning. Let's do the whole set.
What's the city name we're going to?
Zardoza? What was the guy's name?
Zik Vinder. Vender. First name Zik, last name Vinder.
Not Wim Wenders.
Not Wim Wenders.
CIC?
Or Vin,
I had
Vin
CIK,
Wenders,
but I don't really care.
Vin Wenders, probably, because
Alright.
he's Dutch. So it'd probably be Vin.
What do we know about him? Anything? Just the name
Other
of
than
the
he's a
person?
master instrumentalist, that's all you really know.
Oh, the master.
The master director.
Yeah, this is apparently like a town that a lot of bards travel to get masterwork instruments and things like that. He's known to make the world's most wonderful instruments.
He's known to be a cheater. Cheater on women.
City sounds annoying.
Can't be trusted.
Who
This,
can't?
this city's probably
Jim
made
Vendors.
more before it gets back
Zim.
before it gets
Zach.
smaller.
Zeke? What was his
Um,
name? Zeke.
I think, yeah,
Zeke was
my
pretty
character
close.
would be annoyed by all these singing people. But you have to go there, right?
Yeah, I was charged.
In this game, we can
Kidder
leave.
Light just-
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys don't have to come with me. I can give you
Okay, let's go. Just make
Yeah, hop in.
see
Funny,
what's
multiple
see
frames
what's
at
going
a
on.
time.
Raider, get the.
If I could hook them up.
Decision.
Alright, yeah, we head to Zardoza.
You got hit his I'll roll like, some percentage chance, see
Like,
anything happens on the
sorry,
way.
everyone I know
The
is-
weather's kind of rough, still very
not
snowy
good.
and cold. But you guys are able to make it. You guys are coming from Erebane. You travel past the castle of White Castle. You head through the hills, but they're not very steep, and you guys have done a lot of hill travel and mountain travel lately, so I'll say it's not too bad. It's very hilly. And then roll me a perception check.
11.
30.
26.
16.
All right, you guys see in the distance a large compound, and you guys have seemed to reach the outer perimeter of this compound, and there seem to be large pylons surrounding surrounding the compound, and then in front of the compound is a small, like a cluster of tents. People seem to be camping out in the distance, near where the front entrance seems to be. But all around it seems to be some sort of like large pylons.
Can I do an Arcana check on the pylons?
You may.
Uh, 31.
All right, so you notice a faint humming sound coming from these. The pylons look like tubular bells, and they seem to be creating some sort of sonic fence around the compound.
Oh, this is like Lost. Alright. Lovely.
You know where I get my inspiration from, yes.
Yeah, alright. I get it. Alright, well, is there anyone camped out outside with this awesome perception checks that they have?
Yeah, you do see, like I said, a small gathering of tents near the front entrance. So there's a cluster of tents there with seem to be a lot of people hanging out.
Alright. I want to go talk to some people. I want to roll some diplomacy and see what's going on.
All right, you guys go visit the people hanging out in the tent city, which is what they would call it. Because there are that many tents there. Seem a lot of travelers, bard types, hippies, travelers, musicians, like people that are here, like looking for wisdom or looking for a brand new instrument, or here just to hear the sound of the magic music of Zik Vinder. A lot of simple travelers, simple dwellers, a lot of Desna followers, outsiders, loners. A lot of them are sitting around a fireplace in the cold, telling stories or sharing songs. They seem to be hanging out near the front gate, near the front fence, because it's safer than hanging out in the hills and the mountains where there might be dangerous. Roll me a perception check.
5.
15.
28.
That's terrible.
All right. As you guys approach the fire, you hear one of the bards singing a song. He sings the following. Twas Berlig and Swilly Toves did gear and gimble in the wab. Al mimsy were the Bora Groves and on the mom of South Brabab. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird and Shub, the frumious Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the maximum foam he sought. So he rested by the tum-tum tree and stood a while in thought. And as a fuffish through a stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffing through the tulgey wood and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snipper snack, and left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy, O frabjous day, Calloo Calais, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas Brildig and Slothy Toes did gear and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy were the Bora Groves, and mome the Rassad Grabe.
Alright, I nearly kick him in the dick.
Now, shut up. I'm going to tell you to stand the fuck down.
I've wanted a Jabberwock. Never caught one, but I know about the Jabberwock.
So you've heard about the Jabberwock before, yeah? It's a common legend among the bards and the storytellers in this region of the existence of the Jabberwock. And supposedly within the lines of that poem is the secret of how to defeat the Jabberwock.
Totally listen to that entire. I wrote it down.
These bards seem to be very well-traveled bards. They seem to be the kind of bards that travel with a lot of different adventuring groups and record their tales. So you hear a lot of, over the course of the evening, you hear a lot of different adventuring tales of different battles throughout time. You hear about the slaying of the dragons on East Linya. You hear about the great wizard Barclay. You hear all kinds of stories of olden days.
All right, well, let's look into this Jabberwock.
Is your sword purple?
Do not believe it's purple. It's just black and mean.
All right. I don't know what to do, guys. We can't get into this town, right, because of the sonic fence?
Yeah, there's a fence all around and it seems to be closed. There is a leader of these outsiders, this tent city, who goes by the name of Bobcat. He's the hobo lord, the king of the road, the master storyteller. He seems to be leading the stories in this ring. He seems to be in charge. If you want more information, you can probably talk to him.
I'm talking to Bobcat.
All right. Like I said, he's a musician, a traveler. He's here to trade stories and trade equipment, get upgrades on his musical instruments and things like that. Bobcat is an elf, or a half-elf at least. An explorer and a bard. He is sort of unkempt and kind of overweight for an elf. He wears glasses whenever he's reading one of his poems. He's got a funny voice like Bobcat Goldthwait. I'm far beyond the Flounder Glows of 80s Bobcat Goldthwait. Not real Bobcat, but like the character that Bobcat plays. He's a resourceful survivor, a traveler, a storyteller. He's often the center of attention at these gatherings, so a lot of people are paying him very much attention. You gather right away that he's a very important man, which is why they call him the King of the Road. He seems to be the guy to go to for any information.
All right. I want to talk to him. I want to see how to get inside of this town. I want to go talk to Dirk or Zick.
All right, well, he says he likes to trade stories and trade information. He says if you tell him a story of your travels, if you tell him about one of your adventures, if it's good enough, he'll if it's interesting, he'll write it into his journal, maybe make a song out of it, and then he'll tell you what he knows.
Hey, I was about to say, outside of game, do you think I should really out myself right here from being the Dragon Slayer? I don't have any proof.
You have mind erasing skills.
I got a
way
penis
you
dick.
could just fucking, you could fucking
I got a dragon dick.
erase his mind even if like it turns on you within an hour.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, alright. Can I just introduce myself as like the Witch of Reyes instead of use my actual name?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. He's writing in a little journal the whole time that you talk, and he's just listening to your story. If it's interesting, he'll write it down, and if not, he won't, and won't leave information. He's trading an interesting story that he can write something. He can write a song or a poem about for information. So if you want information, he wants something interesting that he can write about. So give him whatever you can.
Alignment on him.
Okay. You detect. He seems very neutral.
Okay. Can I do a perception check on his journal? And
You may.
detect magic on his. And I'd also like to detect magic on his journal.
Yeah, you may. You may try to detect magic if you like. You do not detect any magic on his journal, but whenever you do a perception check,
I got a 15 on perception.
you will think that his notes are imperceptible, indecipherable. You can't seem to read a single word of it unless you roll a really high linguistics check. You probably will not be able to read this.
But Vortiga has it,
It seems like some kind of strange shorthand.
so I can't do it then.
That's why he's able to write down whatever story you tell. He's able to write down really, really fast whatever you're talking about.
Can I do comprehend language?
You can do that, yeah.
Yes, I would do comprehend language.
It seems like some sort of elven shorthand.
Okay, I speak Elven.
Yeah, but this is a sort. Have you ever seen English shorthand? Are you familiar
Like
with?
stenographers?
Yeah, like stenographers. Are you familiar with shorthand? It looks nothing like English, and this also looks nothing like Elven, other than the fact that it's Elven in origin. It's shorthand, so it's like one letter in representation of a whole word, so it's hard for you to decipher, even that you know Elven, without a really high linguistics check.
Okay.
But you see him,
well,
he's definitely writing something down.
I'll tell him the story of the Swamp Witch of Reyes and how her friend was slaughtered by a red dragon, and to avenge her friend, she destroyed the elder red dragon by, I don't know, some sort of trickery, make it fun. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you probably want to tell him how you became a worm and ate his brain, and
hiding inside the griffin and being eaten and then exploding forth through the skull. And
yeah.
Explaining about the orc who
He
heroically lost the pot.
he writes all this stuff down and acts sort of interested. He's like, yeah, that's a pretty good story. I've heard better. But he's like, it's not a bad story. Killed a dragon, whatever. Notes it down. Another dragon killing story, great. There's a lot of those out there. But he notes it down, thanks you for the story, and he says, I'll tell you a little bit of information about Zardoza. He says, well, I don't know if you saw the chimes hanging in the trees and all the tubular bells singing in all the caves. You notice now that you look around nearby this tent city, there are a bunch of caves with tubular bells that look similar to the tubular bells that make up the fence. And there are chimes hanging in the trees that make songs in the wind. And according to Bobcat, that only elves and those that can crack the musical code of Star Song on the keyboard that's outside the door of Zardoza are allowed to enter. That's what rings the doorbell and gains you access. So you either have to be an elf, a full-blooded elf, not half-elf, not anything else, full-blooded elf, or be able to crack the musical code.
I play chopsticks.
Yeah. We do like the
He says it's a town of Desna worshippers, so the code to get in the gate is what they call Star Song. But it says a lot of people come there and travel, tell stories, just like we do here. But a lot of us wait outside here for those that can get in, go inside and get instruments and come out and sell what they were able to get. Because he makes very, very fine, very magical instruments. There are large tubular bells you can see here inside of the compound. Probably the largest tubular bells you've ever seen. Rumor has it if they're struck, they can cause an avalanche in the area, so it's very dangerous. It's it's like a security system for the town, basically. They can also create a sound barrier on the city, and that's known to keep out intruders before. So Zardoza's built this compound to protect his inventions. He doesn't want people stealing his secrets. So he makes these fine instruments around the, people want Zig Vinder's instruments, and he built this compound so that no one can steal the secrets on how to build these instruments, how to make this stuff. So it's like the Willy Wonka factory of music instruments.
Alright, what do you guys want to try to solve this music code? I mean, none of us are Elven.
I can speak Elven, but I don't.
I'm half elf, but that's not gonna help.
So.
You guys want to go? You guys want to go check out the keyboard and see what it entails at least? See if you can figure out how to get in.
Yeah.
See if you guys are smart enough to solve a riddle.
Ask him for some hints on this thing. Like, what are we looking for? How are we gonna what is this code we have to break?
He says it's a keyboard. It's a musical keyboard, like a percussion instrument that creates notes. It strikes bells, and it's a 7-bell chamber. And if you strike these 7 bells in the right combination, which is 7 tones and then 7 tones, so there's 2 sets of 7 tones you have to play in the right order. If you play both sets of 7 tones in the right order, you get in.
This thing kind of, or encounters of the third kind, we're just gonna be like.
Yeah, you're trying to play the right combination of notes. You're trying to, like I said, he said there's a song called Star Song, and you're trying to replicate that. If you want, he can hum it for you.
Yeah,
Liz.
I could use knowledge history on Star Song.
Liz.
What you got?
I'm actually gonna go.
Okay.
So I want to pray to Gozra since we're outside the city.
You want to take a nap in a
so
tent while everyone does this stuff?
We're gonna hang out in the tent city because it's just tents and trees. Yeah.
Yeah, in the hills. So yeah, it's outdoorsy.
I'm gonna chill out with my sister and the rest of the Kitsune we have with us.
All right. Well, I think the rest of the Kitsune went to the boats on Galbraith, I assume.
Oh no, but I thought you said that we kept a couple of them.
You kept Kit. No, Kit's the only one that follows you. The rest go to the boats. The rest aren't following you around the island. The rest are trying to get to Reyes, their new home. But you guys and Kid are together, so the three of you can hang out in a tent together if you want.
Yeah, I mean...
Just one of you has a tent, I assume?
Talk to Gozra. Not in a tent, though, because Gozra's not inside of a tent.
That's true. But I mean, like, are you guys going to hang out? I mean, I assume you're going to talk to Gozra and then hang out in a tent while everyone else is doing stuff because you're leaving. So I'm saying, do you have a place to hang out? Is what I'm asking.
Summon a shelter.
Yeah. Shelter.
I just summoned my witch hut.
Alright, so Cersei will summon a witch hut for you guys to hang out in while they do their thing.
Plan our next move.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys summon a witch hunt, you guys do your Gozra thing. What's your specific prayer to Gozra while you're out doing stuff?
I guess I just want to talk to them about what we did.
We could find down anything.
Killing something. Yeah.
Not like justify it, but I don't know. I just feel like I should talk to Gozra.
Talk to Gozra about the mass murder you committed. Make sure she's cool with it.
It was some ghost town shit.
I'll accept full responsibility and experience points.
Gozra's fine. You did it to get vengeance on your family. They're hunters, they're assholes. Gozra's not upset at you. You're not evil.
Does she have any advice for the Kitsune that have to leave, or like what I should do now?
She says relocating them, like migrating, is fine. Migrating north to the island of Reyes is a very a good place to live. She assumes. She just says, the Kitsune will have trouble no matter where they go. They're a tricky race that change their shape, and some people don't trust them, so they're gonna have a hard time no matter where they go. But at least they'll go from this racist town to a new town. So give them a second chance somewhere to start new. Can't hurt. Unless they're an invasive species and they fuck up everything. I don't know. I don't know how things are going to turn out. Neither does God in this particular instance. But Gozra assumes it's good because no animals were hurt and you did a good thing in your mind, so it's probably fine.
Murder.
I'll let you guys walk up to the keyboard, which, like I said, looks like piano keys. It's a percussion type of instrument. You punch the key and it hits a bell. There are 7 keys. And they're in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there are no bards among you, are there?
Brian.
What?
Brian.
Yes, dear.
What's brown and sounds like a bell?
Dung. It's a good one.
Okay.
So there are 7 keys, and they go, my cutie, they go in ascension note-wise. If you had a bard, this would be easier for me to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So the keyboard in front of the Zardoza complex has 7 keys. Even though there's no bard among you, I will give you this information. They are the notes A, B, C, D, E, F, and G.
Did you play it for us? Because you said you're going to play it, didn't you?
Yeah.
He could hum it for you.
Hum it.
So Bobcat hums.
Us, twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Star Song.
Yeah.
We'll go to Pleek, who was hanging out outside of White Castle with Neville Chamberlain the Imp. Neville Chamberlain the Imp confides in Pleek. Neville Chamberlain tells Pleek that he thinks Vortiga is not Vortiga. Neville Chamberlain is an imp. Imps try to catch good souls. He wants to get a good soul because whenever he devours a good soul, he'll become a larger, more stronger imp, a better devil. He thinks that Vortiga has been taken over by a good spirit. He wants to devour that spirit and become stronger. He's telling you all this outside the wall. They're all inside. He thinks that that's why they're in the city and they kicked the 2 of you out. He knows that you're evil. He knows he's evil. He doesn't think any of them are evil. So the imp is confiding in you.
Okay. Well, that sounds like fun, but I'll be interested in helping him. I think. I don't know if it's not really in line with my mission, though. Well, I'm gonna ask him if he has a plan of something to do about it.
He says he's just been watching Vortiga as closely as possible and trying to find evidence so he can prove it. But he needs help. He says supposedly the HBI is going to get someone to help him, but he wants all the help he can get. So he's trying to enlist you also to help find evidence to prove Vortiga is not Vortiga. Vortiga is good and not evil.
Well, I'm just gonna say, well, the best thing to do, I guess, is to wait for them to come out. We're not getting them out of this fortress of a castle.
Yeah.
You know?
So you guys wait. You sit kind of down by the road and wait around for a while. Neville gets bored and flies around. He decides to fly over the castle wall. He reports back to you a little bit later that when he flew over the castle wall, there was nothing inside the wall. He says it's just a forest. There's no city.
It's just a forest.
He says over the wall, there's nothing except trees. There's no buildings in there. There's no city. There's no castle.
That gives me.
It's just a big white wall with nothing inside.
Okay. So the castle is protected by some sort of magic, I would suppose. Did Neville see what kind of trees they were?
Neville will say he saw there were some overgrown ruins in the middle of the city with a single shrine with a grave marker in the center. Looks like the ruins of an old castle. Looks like there was a castle here, but the castle was destroyed by some means. Looks like it was it didn't explode because there's not a lot of debris. Looks like the castle imploded and just parts of it remain.
The eyeballs, the floating eyeballs all around the walls, see Neville fly over the wall?
Neville was invisible, so no.
Oh, right, that's right. He can go invisible.
He can go invisible and he can fly. So he's able to fly the wall without touching it and able to go over without any trouble.
Okay, but he didn't know what kind of trees they were.
He didn't. They seem to be some sort of local carnivorous tree. They kind of match the trees of the surrounding area, but it seems to be there were a lot of trees here where you're kind of surrounded by plains area. There's not a whole lot of forest, except north of here there was a forest that was recently on fire. This is it seems like a large forest inside of this castle, like a nature preserve almost.
Can I roll a perception check to see if there's any very large trees around? Large trees?
Yeah.
I got a 15 plus, 14, yeah.
Outside of the wall where you are, there are no trees. Where you're at, there's just a plain. Okay. So from where you're at, you cannot climb any trees to see over the wall. The wall's too tall. There's these big statues.
I don't have my map up. How far away am I from, forest?
The forest is pretty far north of here. It's where Launcher Juvenile used to be. It's near Arabane, so there's no forest anywhere near here. It's past. Okay. You have to go past a reservoir to get to the forest.
Okay.
There's some low-lying shrubs in the area, but no tall trees in this area at all. The whole center of East London is kind of a plains area. It's flat, dull.
Are there any even small trees, just single trees?
Not very close to the wall. There are some farther away when you get closer to other cities, yes, but nowhere near White Castle are there a lot of trees.
I don't need a lot. I just need one.
There's not one tall enough to do anything from White Castle, really. No, without getting past those watchtowers.
Sure, I just need one, a tree.
All right, so you walk away from the wall.
Okay.
You walk away from White Castle. Past the guard towers to where there is a small grove of trees near the road.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell Neville that I'm gonna try and go in there, and maybe I'll meet him inside, and we can rummage around inside the walls, scope the ruins.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna tell him.
All right.
So this is what I'm gonna do.
All right.
I'm gonna get off Harriet.
All right.
I'm going to grab my bag.
All right.
I'm going to cast Tree Stride on myself, and I'm going to merge with a tree.
All right.
Being a small gnome, any size tree, I think should do.
That's correct.
I'm pretty small.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to merge with a tree, and I'm going to sense if there is a tree of the same type within the walls of the White Castle.
There is one.
Okay, and then I'm going to pass through it.
You tree stride. You tree stride right into the inner part of what would be White Castle, but is just a big forest. You are now in the ruins of old White Castle.
Okay. Well, to be safe, we'll say 4 hours to look around.
All right, you got 4 hours to scope around this.
So I'm gonna rummage. I'm gonna check out the ruins. And
all right.
See
So
if I can
inside
find
of this
anything.
wall is a forest about the size of a city, but it is mostly forest except for a few small stone remains of a castle, of a small home, and of a small graveyard. There's not a whole lot left in the inside of this. What looks like what used to be a city, but is not there anymore.
Okay.
Looks like it vanished about 100 years ago.
100 years ago. Okay. So I'm gonna look and I'm gonna look to see if I recognize any names on the graves.
You may. Roll me a perception check.
19.
With a 19, you only recognize one small grave. Looks like it was for a child and it says Trindlebera.
Trindlebera?
Yep. It looks like she only lived to be a teenager and died as a teen. She was probably 16 when she died.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look to see if I can find any more clues. I mean, I don't know. Just keep rummaging.
I mean, all you really see is remains of an old white castle, which seems to be made of the same white types of brick.
Okay.
Listen, as the wall, not a whole lot else. The buildings on the inside still appear to be dwarven in nature. They seem to be short, stout, stone buildings.
Okay.
Even the home and the graves seem to be dwarven in nature.
And there's nothing.
Fine stonework. You can roll. I'll allow it.
Okay. There's nothing in the home.
Besides a small patch of like a flower garden, there's not much there.
Okay. Well. So I'm going to pour my crystal clear bathwater into my pot.
All right.
And then I'm going to scry Cersei.
All right, you scry Cersei. Cersei has no way of blocking this, so yeah. You see Cersei at a tavern. It looks like it's also a tavern created of the same white stone. You see her also wandering around a white city with a big temple. You see her surrounded by white and lots of naked people and people in robes. You sense this is probably what the inside of the city where they went looks like. The bricks match the bricks of the castle that you don't see existing in real life.
Would you get some interference for being so close to my old grave?
No. That's probably helping, actually.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably like a conduit. An amplifier, if you will.
Well, I think I've gathered all the information I can here, so I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna hop into a tree and merge out of the same tree that I merged into.
You merge back out at the road. Roll me a perception check.
That's 31.
Alright, so it's been several hours later. You were discussing with Neville the things you found. And then Neville taps you on the shoulder and says, "Look," and points up the road, and you see in the distance, it looks like Cersei and her friends somehow left when you guys weren't paying attention, and are already a distance up the road.
Okay, that's no problem. Harriet's real fast. I'll hop on Harriet and head after them.
You hop on Harriet and chase after.
And then as I get closer, but still a comfortable distance away, I'm going to roll a perception check.
Alright, roll a perception check.
I don't know. This seems a little sketchy. 30.
Alright, you see them crossing a rivulet and heading north towards the city that you've heard called Arabane.
Okay, and I'm confident it's them?
They're a pretty recognizable group of travelers among the
So then I'm just going to trot up to them, catch up.
Alright, you try to catch up. You're unable to catch up. They're that far ahead of you. You reach the city of Arabane, and by that time they've entered the city before you, and you don't know where they have went.
And they left without Neville? I guess Fortigue is happy to lose Neville.
Yeah. Well, Ramses is.
Ramses,
yeah.
So
yeah. But now Neville's with you, and the two of you have entered the city of Arabane, looking for that group.
Okay.
But you don't see them around anywhere. You're kind of in the outskirts of the city now. It's kind of dilapidated, run down part of the city. A lot of empty buildings seem to have like plants on the roofs and stuff. And
what time is it?
It's early mid-evening, like 6, 7 p.m.
All right. Well, let's go to like a tavern or an inn. We'll try and find one of those. All
right.
Just
roll a perception check.
That's where they're gonna be. That's a 24.
All right, 24. You don't see them at tavern, but you do talk to some good old boys who have seen them recently.
Okay.
They say that they're supposed to be coming to a fish fry tonight.
A fish fry? Where's the fish fry?
They give you the address of the judge's house. It seems like a part of a nice big house in this nice part of town.
All right. This is an open invitation, or are they like going to dinner at the judge's? Like
it's a fish fry for anyone that hates kitsune, basically. So as long as you seem like the kind of guy that hates kitsune, they're willing to invite you. So they probably have gathered already. How do you feel about kitsune? No, but you would gather from them that they don't like Kitsune, so if you want to lie about it and be like,
sure.
roll me a bluff check and be like, whatever the hell they are, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Oh,
pretty
that's
good.
a high roll. That's a 19 plus your modifier.
Whatever that is, like a 4. I think.
Yeah, you super bluff being
Bluff is a
racist very
5.
well. You're like, Kitsune.
Bluff is a 5.
Yeah.
fucking hate those people.
You're like, a Kitsune stole my job or something. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they totally buy it, and they give you the address of the judge's house. They say 8 p.m. tonight, so about an hour from now, you know there's a party at the judge's house where you can go find a bunch of racists and maybe also your friends.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out, and I'm gonna head towards that way and see if I can find, a safe spot to scope it out.
You ever go to Racist Fish Fries just to scope it out? Well, there's your chance. Tune in next time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.